Oh, excuse me. She know why I'm laughing. Praise the Lord. Allah of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Jew Ali. Amen. Praise the Lord. Islam, Lord. Islam. Islam, my dear sister Shingley. Islam. So nice to see you. Yes, praise the Lord. No question about that. Praise the Lord, that's right. Who made you? Allah. Who is Allah? Allah, the Father of the universe. Can we see him? No. The Father is gracious and beneficent. What does the word gracious mean? What does the word gracious mean? Are you guessing or do you know? Now, because I'm asking for a response. Now, I'm taking you. What I'm doing is this. I'm asking you for a response to a word that you have to know the meaning of. But if you give me a response, I'm taking it that you know what you're saying. Right? Okay. Come on, brother. Talk to that.
To extend blessings without earned merit or faith.
To extend blessing without earned merit or favor. That's interesting. Sister going back.
Sister going back. I was saying plentiful, plenty of blessings.
Okay. Who else? Before I ask for the definition from the dictionary, to see if we're on course. Come on, sister. Sister, walk here.
It's kind, polite, charming, and rich.
Say it again.
Kind, polite.
Kind, polite,
Charming.
charming. Good, okay. All right, okay. So we're saying that the Father is what? Kind. Right? What else are we saying that the Father is? Yes, for he freely gives. Good. He showers us with what? Blessings. What kind of blessings?
Divine blessings.
Divine blessings. But blessings that you can use also where? On earth. On earth. Come on now. What kind of blessing has he conferred on us that we can use on earth? Understanding. Understanding. It's a gift. The gift of the understanding is what? A treasure. Now how can man act with understanding? How is man to act once he has been given the gift of the understanding? By showing gratitude. By showing gratitude. But how does one show gratitude to he who is most merciful and most wise?
Being obedient.
Being obedient. Good. What else? How else?
Submission.
Yes. By submitting. Good. What else?
And building.
Building. Humbling yourself. Yes. What else? Come on, my sister Greg.
Acts, words, and deeds.
Acts, words, and deeds. That's good. Because he says to let the actions of what? Show what? Love to his all. So you show gratitude. We want to make sure that we are grateful. We show gratitude to the Father who is most kind. You know, his kindness is far above or beyond our conception. We only get a glimpse of his kindness. His kindness cannot be circumscribed. So whatever you think kindness is, it far exceeds that. However acquainted to someone being nice to you that you can think about, his kindness, his niceness exceeds far beyond that. Meaning, kindness has no what? Limits. It is not limited. It is limitless. Okay. All right. It says, where is the nearest place we can meet him? Who is Noble Drawing?
He is Allah's prophet.
What is a prophet?
The prophet is the Allah manifested in the flesh.
What is the duty of a prophet?
Save nations from the wrath of Allah.
Okay, we all know, but why not just discuss it for a moment?
And how he did his duty. How did the prophet perform his duty for us? He taught us our nationality.
Our divine creed.
Our divine creed. What else? Yeah, he taught us about, and who else told us about our higher self and lower self? Because for a long time we was blaming somebody else for the things that we suffered or we didn't like. Everything we don't like, we put on somebody else. The things we do like, we say we did. The glory and the shame is what? Misplaced. Yeah.
It's all he brought us those things necessary to make us better citizens.
He brought us those things necessary to make us better citizens. And what are some of those things that are necessary to make us better citizens? Sister Lovey. Learning how to love. Good. Come on, Sister Dawson-Bey. Truthful. Good.
Being a benefit to mankind.
Being a benefit to, well, how does one be a benefit to mankind? Service. That's good. Service in what way? Sacrificial service. And what kind of else? What other kind of service?
Obeying the law.
Yes, yes. But what other kind of service? The service must be what? Unselfish, selfish. Yes. Unselfish service. Serving and not expecting what?
Nothing in return.
You're doing it because it's what? It's the right thing to do. That's a benefit to mankind. That's how we benefit mankind, when we don't expect anything back.
Praise the Lord.
And that's not, and knowing that we may not get anything back does not alter our service. Okay. All right.
Praise the Lord.
All right. Who was the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America? What year was Moorish Science Temple of America founded?
1913 AD.
Where?
Newark, New Jersey.
Where was Noble Drawley born?
In the state of North Carolina, 1886.
What is his nationality?
Moorish American.
What is your nationality?
Moorish American.
Why are we Moorish American?
Because we are descendants of Moroccans born in America.
For what purpose was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded?
For the uplift and fall of humanity.
How did the prophet begin to uplift the Moorish Americans?
By teaching them to be themselves.
What is our religion?
Islam
Is that a new or is that the old time religion?
old time religion.
What kind of a flag is the Moorish?
It is a red flag with 5 points, green stars, and center.
What do the 5 points represent?
Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
How old is our flag?
It is over 10,000 years old.
Which is our holy day?
Friday.
Why?
Because Friday is the day on which man was formed in flesh. And it was on Friday we departed out of flesh.
Who was Jesus?
He was the prophet of Allah.
Where was he born?
In Bethlehem, Judah, in the house of David.
Who were his father and mother?
Joseph and Mary.
Will you give in brief the line genealogy through which Jesus came?
Some of the great fathers to which Jesus came are Abraham, Boaz, Baruch, Jesse, King David, Solomon, Hezekiah, and Joseph and Mary.
Why did Allah send Jesus to this earth?
To save the Israelites from the iron oppression of the pale-skinned nations of Europe, who looked up on the portion of Palestine at that time.
How long has that been?
About 2,000 years ago.
What was the nationality of Ruth?
Ruth was a Moabite.
What is the modern name for Moabites?
Moroccan.
Where is the Moroccan Empire?
Northwestern Mexico.
What is the modern name for Mexico?
Africa.
What is the title given to our ruler Morocco?
Sultan.
Where do we get the name Jesus?
From the east.
What does the name Jesus mean?
Jesus means justice.
Did the angel give to the child that was called Jesus a holy name?
Yes, it cannot be used by those who are slaves to sin.
You know what these questions and answers do? You know what they do? They, come on, Brother Salty Bag.
They stimulate you to think critically, meaning when I was in college, they said critically, that means you see a thing non-limited capacity, where you see a wide range of views, and you don't think that your view is the only view that you have.
Yeah, that's good. It does do that. It does that too. What else do you think it does?
Gives you a foundation.
It builds your foundation, right. But what else do you think it does?
Unlock doors.
It does unlock doors. It does. It does unlock doors. Come on, brother.
It wakes you up.
It wakes you up. That's right. Come on, brother Faulkner, man.
Islam reveals that which was previously unknown.
It reveals that which was previously unknown. Okay. But you know what else it also does? Come on, brother Henderson-El.
Islam out from Sunday school come the guidance of the nation.
That's the truth. Come on, Crawford, brother Crawford.
It was a rhythm, harmonious.
It does. It does. And all of what you said serves to assist the soul in recalling remembrance to its aid. It helps the soul to remember the relationship that binds it. With love, spirit, unity, oneness. Remember, the soul is in captivity. The soul must be reawakened so it can remember that it is a great talent. It must escape the clutches of the physical senses, because the physical senses will keep it earthbound. My brother.
Son, that supports the idea that we don't have to wait to pass to shake off the cumbrous shackles of our soul. We do that every time we think.
That's right. Every time we think in it, because remember, the Morning Science Symbol of America has a great program, and the program is to uplift. That's what we're doing. Come on.
One of the things too is, like Brother Falkenberg was saying, when we cut away the naughty, useless,
Yes.
ungainly parts
Yes.
that we have grabbed on
Yes.
this earth realm,
Yes.
we can be free in our soul, because those are the shackles, those are
Yes.
the weights
Yes.
that keep us
Yes.
bound to this earth.
Yes.
So that's why he gave us that lesson that we must cut away the naughty, useless, ungainly part,
Yes.
so that we can free our soul,
Yeah.
so it can express itself.
Yeah. Well, look, your soul has just expressed itself to me.
Praise God.
Just now.
Praise the Lord.
Intelligently. And when the soul hears the still small voice, it will give you divine instruction. Because the spirit, the higher self, is Allah and man. Man uses the soul and the vocal cords of the body to impart his message. When you hear things that are of the spirit, can't you tell?
Yes.
When Allah touches you where nobody else can touch you, you feel it. And we're trying to get the soul to be receptive, to be attentive. It needs to be attentive because, see, it's so easily swayed to be urged on by the senses that are physical. Because remember, she's also reckless. And she's also rash. And if she lacks, if she does not adhere to instruction, the end of her search is true. And her means to discover our reason and experience. And you know, we go through a series of events before we use reason and experience. Sometimes we got to get in a situation. Now we got to use this reason to find out why did we create a situation that we have to be in at this point. Well, that's because your soul was reckless. We have to teach her how to listen to the spirit, the small voice. See, if we can keep it in tune with our spirit, and in our spirit, man, Allah exists, then Allah will guide. And you'll start to see yourself, conduct yourself differently. You'll become different. You know, when you start really hearing, your actions change. Have you ever noticed, when you start really hearing, say some of us who may have had problems using foul language, when you find yourself hearing, you find yourself curtailing that language now.
Yes.
You start finding words to use other than those kind of words. Because those words coming out you now start to agitate your spirit. A change starts to take place. And it's reflected in your attitude, in your behavior. You're now starting to acquaint yourself with the will of God. Come on.
Our own sensibilities are offended.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Once we reacquaint ourselves with the Spirit of God. Because up until this point, our sensitivities are not offended because we have accepted foreign teachings. And the foreign teachings does not allow ourselves to get offended, our sensitivities to be like that. You know what I mean? We don't care. Sometimes we get so caught up in the moment that we disregard everything and just act out. With no regard of what the consequences may be. We just want to get our thing off. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be the last one to say it. You ain't going to stop me from saying it. I got to say it. Why you got to say it? Yeah. Why do you just have to say that? You don't have to say that. I got to say it. Why? Because it appeals to your physical senses. It stimulates you. But the stimulation is only for your lower self.
Yes.
Now, when you learn to restrain yourself, in spite of the promptings and the urgings of your nature, which is carnal, then you can gain mastery. And when you learn to master your soul, what can masterminds do? They can trace this.
Yes.
You'd be surprised at what you'll be able to accomplish. And that's not an impossibility. You can do that now. Right now. You can do it right now. Let thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Which is a what?
State of mind.
A state of mind. What is it about? I don't see, I've come to the conclusion, y'all, is like this. I just don't see no reason. It don't make sense to me. It just does not make sense anymore to do bad on earth. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't allow it to be a part of my conception. And ever since I've cut it out, I don't see doing bad. And I don't. I don't see it because I don't let it in.
Right.
And when I see it starting to gain some type of momentum, I know I got to fight. And for a minute, people will be saying, what's wrong with you? Look. I'm in combat. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm just in combat.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, this is one of the things I can't, this is the conflict that can't be what? We done all been through it.
Yes, sir.
Don't mean nothing wrong with us.
Yes, sir.
We just on the battlefield. And we are being assaulted. Yeah. Oh, Sister Love, you got you. Yes, ma'am. That's right. That's right. For the rest of our lives. That's right. Yes, ma'am.
I was just thinking you were saying we in combat.
Yes.
It may give an appearance
Yes.
that something is wrong.
Yes.
Somebody can perceive something is
Yes.
wrong when we're in combat.
Yes. Yes. But that's why the safe thing to do is this. Islam.
Praise the Lord.
Very long. Very long.
That's what you do. Islam. So you want to give me some help? Islam.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That puts something in, listen, the word itself, Islam.
Yeah.
Now we know what it means. What does it mean?
Peace.
So what are we saying?
Peace.
Peace. I mean, give me the whole 90 yards. Peace me, man. Because you'd be surprised at how that spirit will allow that soul to respond.
That's right.
It'll change it. It'll calm it. And you know what? And it'll make you think. That's what the key to being that's the key for those individuals in the Morris Science Temple of America who really think that your condition can be better. That's the key. The key is to think. Because once you stop thinking, you're out of control. And we got to get to see, we can't fail to use the great talent that's been committed to our charge by not using the action of thinking. We got to use it. It was given to us so that we can use it here on earth. Because through it, we will gain salvation. So we have to make sure we use it properly. Now, when we were in a state of mental slavery, we were not instructed how to use it. And that's a reason for that. Because they never wanted you to know you had it. They wanted your will, so they could not afford to let you know that you had the action of willing, and it's your power. You surrender your power when you give up your will power. So when you give up your willpower, you surrender an action of your soul. And since your soul is action, your actions will depict those things that you receive from those who keep you in a certain current of thought. Then what happens? You start to create conditions that will cause anxiety and misfortune to visit you. And of course, once you start allowing the belief or your thinking to think that anxiety and misfortune is bad luck, it really got you. Because now they're going to introduce to you certain things to do to avoid bad luck. Superstition. It ain't more. You know it. And then you will start to base your life on trickery. And it's all about gaining control of your thinking, your understanding, your reasoning, and your willing. Trying to control your soul. That's what needs to be freed most. That's what we're trying to free. Our soul. Then having said that, as we move along, we ask Allah for guidance and to help us to become acquainted with our soul. Help us to understand what we can do to regain control so we can stop being victimized by ourselves. What does the name Jesus mean?
Jesus means justice.
And guess what? And you know what takes it? What does it take to help us to get that? What did he send? What did he send to us to help us to get that information about our soul? What did he send to earth?
Prophet.
He did, but and the prophet is what? Thought. He sent a thought. He sent a thought to redeem us. Come on. There is a certain thought for the purpose of redemption. There is a certain thought that you need to raise you from the unwholesome depths of poverty, misery, and suffering. And unless you acquaint yourself with this thought, if you reject this thought, then there shall you remain. Come on, brother.
Yes, in Islam, we always remember that is a divine thought.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's still, and that,
Yes.
we grab hold of that lifts us up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It gives us the sense of direction.
That
If
a
we had
sense
had to,
of what more?
a sense of direction.
A sense
if
of
we-
direction.
If we had had to it.
That we ought to hear.
Obey.
That's right, sir. That's right. That's right. But you first must accept
Yeah.
the thought.
Right.
How can the thought redeem you if you reject it?
That's right.
How can the thought do anything for you if you reject it? You must accept the thought. And it will manifest. Because that's what a prophet is, a thought of Allah manifesting. Gotta let it manifest. But you got to accept it. Your difficulties will continue. Your difficulties will continue as long as you fight against yourself. Stop fighting against yourself. Get some courage. Get a voice. Take a stand. Come on, Brother Moses. Oh, okay.
But anyway,
Yes.
we do have to, once we acknowledge what it is that makes us free,
Yes.
and we embrace it,
Yes.
then we understand those tendencies.
Yes.
And see, what can suppress the tendencies of these?
But firmness of mind. That's right.
So that's the way we direct our thinking process.
That's
and
right.
evaluate the things that come into our mind.
That's right.
So that we can make the proper decisions.
That's right.
To direct us in the way where we can receive that direction from our.
Praise the Lord. And that's what I'm saying. That's the manifestation of the thought. The thought helps you to what? Think. That what? Your conditions can be better. So you take the opportunity to try to explain yourself. And the whole time that you're digging, trying to explain yourself, what are you doing?
Thinking.
You're thinking. When I get you to think, you can save yourself. That's what he's saying. Yes, sir.
It's Honorable JONES-BEY.
Yeah.
Johnny-Bey is my name.
Yes, sir.
And I think that my conditions can be better.
Yes, sir.
And before I was thinking, you just told us that thinking, reason, understanding, and willing,
Yeah.
calling out these are soul, but these are his actions.
Yes.
That's essence. Would the essence be the spirit?
Well, now see that, but he just told us. What did he tell us?
Now, that's that.
Seek not to know it perfectly. So if I say it is the spirit, I describe it and circumscribe it.
Right.
Now I'll be in order, out of order. But what I'll say is this: the possibility does exist. It could perhaps be, but I will not be the one to say it is.
Do thinking, you said thinking comes from thought, right?
Thinking comes from, it's an action of the soul. That's what thinking is. It's an action of the soul. That's one of the abilities or qualities of the soul.
If he think he's gay and he ain't gay, but he think he's gay,
Right?
but he didn't think it through.
Well, if he is what he thinks he is. It doesn't matter whether he thought it through or not. The fact is, do you think you are? You don't have to have no reason for thinking like that. You think like that. So your thought does what? Manifests. Does not mean that you gave thought to it. No, you don't have to give no thought to it. But you are what you think you are. Because thought creates. And you become a product of what you think. Meaning you create yourself.
So you gotta watch what you think, shit.
You better. You better. You better watch what you think. Look, I thought I was a gangster at one time. I was glad to find out I wasn't. But the fact is, for a moment, that's the way I thought. And these things begin to manifest because you attract exactly what you think you are to yourself. And you take it on, and you become it.
That's right. That's right.
Did I think it out? No. But I still created it. And what did I have to do? The one who creates it must uncreate it. Whatever you have made yourself just becoming, you must unmake yourself. Can't know, and that's why you have to be the one to make the choice. We can want all we want for you. But unless you want it for yourself, it don't even matter.
Yes, sir.
My brother.
Because one of the things, Rolita, the things are made of thought.
Of course. Think where? Where are things made? In the mind.
In the mind. And see, sometimes we take on, and that's why sometimes when we take on certain people's thoughts,
Yes.
and not really evaluating
Yes.
what we're doing,
Yes.
we are still making.
Of course.
Because we have accepted. Just like we accept the prophet's thoughts, which is a redeeming
Yes,
thought,
yes.
it will transform us
Yes.
from a mental slavery capacity
Yes,
to
yes.
a redeeming thought of a person thinking for himself.
Yes,
But
yes.
if we don't accept that thought,
Yes.
then we're going to continue to accept somebody's thought,
Yes.
which might find us in positions that we don't want to be in.
Yes.
That's why he said, and I think that it's true, is that we must know thyself.
Yes.
We must study ourselves.
Yes.
Because there are many thoughts out there.
Look, hey baby, check this out. I noticed something yesterday, and it just came, right? Because we always talk about how we talk about the ethers.
Yes, come on, man.
And how the thought that ethers are the medium by which thought travels, right? So I was thinking yesterday as I was driving along, right, going to a place. I was going to a place. I had the thought to arrive at a place. But yet, on the way to the place, I'm coming in contact with all kinds of thoughts.
Come on.
Yes, praise the Lord.
So what's the key to this? Be constant. I have to make sure for me to get from this point to that point, I got to be constant.
There you go. Come on.
Because all these thoughts surround me, and any thought can take your attention
There you go.
and have you to go in another direction.
Come on.
So if you are not firm, you will not find your way to grandma's house.
There you go. There you go.
For all those know the fable about Glory Riding. So I'm saying, for you to get from one point to the other, you must be constant in your thinking. Because if you don't, all these thoughts that we're traveling in can be used as diversions to distract us. That's right, brother. To distract us.
Yes. Islam, praise Allah. First of all, on premise by saying, I'm not saying this to show off or to be intellectual and all that. It's just a revelation that he's given me.
Yeah.
And I want the movers to be blessed with it and share it.
Yes.
In any language, whether it's English, French, Spanish, Sanskrit, every word that human beings speak is made up of letters with independent resonant frequencies of vibration.
That's right.
When those letters are coupled with other letters to make words like Islam, unity, or Allah, they carry with them a potency of power.
That's right.
That creates a vibration that allows us to move through etheric vibrations more freely.
That's right.
In the discipline of science,
Yes.
there is an area of science called quantum physics.
Yes.
It teaches the science of knowing that top quarks are full of mass and they attach themselves to resonant frequencies that are below nature.
That's right, brother. That's right. And they become
When
weighty.
they
Tell
are-
them they become, I'm sorry.
Islam.
Tell them they become weighty now.
Islam. On those other occasions where you have words like Islam, unity, and Allah, they attach themselves to particles called photons, which easily move through vibrational frequencies of ethers with less restriction.
That's right.
So when we move through space,
Yes, that's right.
we move through ether vibrations that have been left there by other minds.
That's right. That's right.
And
That's
so
right.
staying constant ourselves and firmly fixed in our own hot thinking causes us to manifest the same properties of a photon particle like light, because that's what light is made of. And we move through those ethers without as much frequency disturbance as we would if our thoughts were low. We need to understand that the prophet brought us a science of science.
That's right.
And avail ourselves to the higher teachings if we can.
That's right.
And let your mind exercise its five senses and sensations beyond what we call feeling, speaking, touching, hearing. There are sensations far beyond that.
That's right.
But it requires constant meditation. Getting in harmony like Jesus did when he was in the wilderness, so that you may go into any camp and teach in the breath of consciousness. Peace.
That's good. That's good. You see the ability of the soul? Look, but what this is about is like you say, yes, meditation. But the first thing, before that can even assist you in your pursuit, you must acknowledge the existence of God. Yes. Unless you do that, it's all for naught. Come on, my brother. Thank you. That's right. Come on.
And this one is simply speaking of what the board said, what I can conceive,
Yes.
I can create.
Yes.
And what I create, I own, I can make of that. If I can see it, and I hold that thought.
Yes. 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 That's why when people move in certain directions with certain thought patterns, they attract certain things to themselves.
That's right.
That's why that's one of the things that we try to tell you in here. Watch what you think. Think about what you're thinking about. Because you will attract it. And you got to examine your heart, because sometimes you have secret thoughts that are there that you have not even been acknowledging that exist. But they're still there. That's why examination is, you should examine your heart consistently, all the time. Go into your heart and look what's in there, because there's some baggage that we have accumulated as we have passed through these ethers before that we need to address. Throw away all that loose baggage. Okay, look, so much for that for today.
Praise God.
We got to move to the next phase of our discussion. Let's go to chapter 41. So, Faulkner Bay, that was very good. May Allah bless you. Continue to bless you, Lord. You got to give honor where honor is due. Got to give honor where honor is due. Our brother has came and given us a blessing. But that's what brothers do. You know that, right? That's what sisters do too. Let's go to chapter 41. Okay, now we're talking about something that we got to be careful with. We got to be careful with this. We cannot overlook this. We are talking about one of the great foes of man, and what is that? Inconstancy, changing up, switching up. Saying I'm going to do it like this and turn around, and the next minute you're going to do it like that. And don't know why you're going to do it like that. You know why? Because you have attracted a thought to make you think that that is better than this. So what we're talking about is inconstancy. Nature urges thee to inconstancy, O man. Therefore guard thyself at all times against it. That means we got to be always what? On guard. On guard. We got to be looking out all the time. We cannot sleep on inconstancy. You can't sleep on it. Thou art from the womb of thy mother various and wavering. From the loins of thy father inheriteth thou instability. How then shalt thou be firm? Now some of these things we're not going to discuss for a long time because we already went over, and I'm trying to get through the chapter. Those who gave their body furnished it with what? Weakness. But he who gave their soul armed thee with what? Resolution. And we said resolution means what? Firmness of mind, firmness of purpose. That's good. Employ it, and thou art what? Wise. Be wise, and thou art wise. Okay, listen. So it tells you that you must do what? Employ it. Meaning, you got to use it. Because the advantage lies not in what? But in what? That's right. You got to use it. It means nothing if you don't use it. It does not exist if you don't use it. For your benefit. The beneficial part of it is when you use it. Let him who doeth well beware how he boasteth of it. For rarely is it of his own will. That's when about that boasting part. What does that mean? Bragging. Pumping yourself up. Yes. That's vanity. Talking about what you done. You ain't saying what you done really done. You're saying what you think that you have done to make it appear that you've done something. But for real, you ain't done nothing. You should be saying, thank you, Allah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
If they say they think that they doing something,
They ain't doing nothing, that's
they're doing
right.
it by the will of Allah.
That's right.
He's the cause, the root, it's all.
That's right. That's right. That's right. It says, is not the event of an impulse from without, born of uncertainty, enforced by accident, dependent on someone else. To thee and to accident is due to praise. Now, one of the things you got to be careful is being what? Impulsive. Impulsives. Impulsiveness shows a lack of self-restraint. People can get people to respond in a certain way because the people that respond are unrestrained. They lack restraint, self-restraint. I'm going to come over here today and I'm going to pick one of you all and I'm going to push the button that's going to make you escape from yourself. And I'm going to stand back and say, I ain't do nothing. I ain't did nothing. Did anybody see me do anything? But they steady going on. Yes, you did, you did it. But look, don't let people push your button. Watch your response. Don't let people find your secret place and push your button. Put some cover on that button till you can dip, till you can straighten. Put some cover over it. Don't let it be so revealing. See, some of us are so open. People know where to push, when to push, and how to push. Put some shade on that thing. Because people have a tendency to seek control of others. Yes, my brother.
And when you got all impulse, you're not thinking more.
You know you ain't
You're
thinking.
thinking it too.
That's right. That's right.
You don't know what the outcome will be when
No,
you
you
got off
don't.
impulse.
No, and ain't that hey, look, I mean, here, look. You don't know what the outcome is going to be.
You got off impulse.
That's
Just
right.
act. You don't know what's
You don't know what's going to
say.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Beware of irresolution in the intent of thy actions. Beware of instability in the execution. So shalt thy triumph over two what? So the two great failings of our nature is what? Okay, and look, and we must what? Beware of them. Be on guard at all times. At all times. That means that there's never a time that you cannot be victimized.
That's right.
You are a potential victim.
Come on.
Yes.
Where there's the least appearance of evil.
Suspect.
Suspect rate is a death.
That's what he's saying, Mo. That's what he's saying. What reproaches reason more than to act contrary to it? What can suppress the tendencies to these? But what?
Firmness of mind.
What is firmness of mind? Resolution, good. What else? What is firmness of mind? Being constant. Yes, what else? What is firmness of mind?
Being able to hold that thought.
Being able to hold the thought. Good. What else is firmness of mind? Huh? Yes. But it's also being unchangeable.
Come on.
Don't change up. You know what it is to be with a person that changes up on you? We walking down the street together. I think we're in harmony. Next thing I know, you done flip the script. Now change up just that quick because you have entered into an ether that has affected you. And because of your lack of self-control, your lack of self-restraint, now it's going to come out. And who is it going to affect? The one closest to you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's going to affect the one that's closest to you. My sister.
I'm trying to do that which is right.
Yes, 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 yes. It says, the inconstant feeleth that he changeth, but he knoweth not why. He seeth that he escapeth from himself, but he perceiveth not how. Be thou incapable of what? And that which is what? And men will what?
Rely on.
That's right. That's right. So that lets us know a number of things. You can escape from yourself and don't even know it.
Come on. Come on.
You can get out there and you don't even know it. You don't even know what got you out there. You just know you out there. Now the question is, once you get out there, do you know when you're out there, or are you out there unknowing that you're out there? Because if you don't know you're out there, you're really in trouble. Because a sense of his what? No, a sense of his what? Estate is his first what? So if you don't know what your estate is, then you're in trouble. You don't sense it where you at, you can get hurt. You can come out and don't know you out and be out in the wrong place and you can get hurt. Because you haven't sensed where you are. Yeah.
That means you can be saved, you say, but he don't know where he at, you know. You said census stage is first, you gotta know where he at.
Yeah, man.
Where you at now?
Yeah.
You might be in a state
You know
of
what did we used to say that? Where you at now?
Where you at now?
Yeah, where you at now?
Where you at there? You don't escape, everything goes.
That's right.
You don't escape.
That's right. I mean, man, ain't that something? We used to say these things, and I didn't really know what they meant. But I'm saying, you jump out like that, and you as a joker, where you at now? Where's all right? What's it?
I'm getting this.
Yeah. How we get there? But I mean, these are things, these are life lessons. See, you can have the truth and don't even know you're telling the truth. You think it's slang.
Right.
How about this one? Don't take me there.
Yeah, right. I'm not there.
I'm not there. Don't take me there. Hey, for real. I'm not there. Don't take me there. It is true. Hey, ain't that something? Let's go to show. Anyway, it goes on to say, okay. Got that. Establish unto thyself what? Principles. And see what? And why are principles necessary? They're rules. They're rules. They give you rulership. They give you a rule of what? Conduct. How you are to act in any given situation. Yes. And if you follow the rule, the result will always be to your benefit. If you don't switch up. Follow the rule of conduct. What is the rule of conduct if somebody come at me in a verbally abusive way? What is the rule of conduct?
Don't get into your passion.
Don't get into your passion. That's the rule of conduct. Don't get into your passions. Because if you get into your passions, you're going to do what? Come out. Now you're out. They out.
And not to return evil for evil.
That's right. That's right. In no shape, form, or fashion. But look, when you come out, they out. Now the outness or the being out is going to be reflected. I'm coming down the street to see two people out. I don't know who's right or who's wrong.
That's right.
You don't know who's right or who's wrong. And that's the same thing that the law enforcement officials say. Lock them both up. We'll sort it out later. And the one that can lie the best will be the one that can lie. So you better not get yourself in a situation like that. Do not rely. So don't get yourself, don't come out. Whatever you do, don't come out. Don't let them bring you out. Let the rule, apply the rule. That's why you're given the rules. Why do you think that the thought came to earth and manifested in the flesh to set up the Memorial Science Temple of America to teach us these things if he didn't want us to use them?
Come on, man.
He's saying that this is the way it goes. How does he know? Because he was Jesus.
Come on.
He was Jesus. I done it. I went that way. I experienced it. This is what takes place when you do this. This is what takes place when you do that. All you got to do is follow direction. What's the direction? Go in this. Go look. Follow the footprints. Come on.
And also by that, he's teaching was saved.
It's no question. That's right. That's right. And that's the point of that. That's right. That's right, Mo. That's right. You know that safe. You know, look, we all can recall when we were sinking down to death in some shape, form, or fashion. We remember who helped us to grab hold And once we grabbed hold, we realized, man, it's safety here.
Yes, sir.
I ain't letting go to this. I might go through something, but I ain't letting go to this. You know what saved us? You think with us? It was us who put us there. A high thought brought us out of the doldrums.
Come on.
The muck and the mire.
That's right.
The mud. It was a high thought that raised us up. Because our thoughts got us there. You've got to give honor to who pulled you up and who has caused you to maintain yourself as long as you have learned to follow the instructions. And ain't nobody can tell me that they follow these instructions and they ain't better off.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
That's what, who came to clean us up but the prophet? And the one thing about the prophet, see, he's not an enabler.
No.
He teaches you to do it for yourself. See, if you want to be saved, save yourself. And I'm going to show you how to do it. All you have to do is do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. All you have to do is do it. Now, if you don't do it, it's only because you will not do it. Meaning, you will not exercise your willpower to do it. See, will not means you are not using your will. And you say, I'm going here, I'm going to the temple, and you say, I'm going. And you say, I'm going. But you don't, then you will not.
Come on.
So why will not when you can will? You know, sometimes you don't think about the things that you do. When you fail to accomplish things, it's because you're actually saying, I will not. That's what you're doing. See, that not is a word that they put in there.
Come on.
To throw us off course. See, just like you can be strong in willing, you can be strong in willing not.
That's right. That's right.
So you have to be careful that you don't misuse or you don't misplace the glory and the shame. Don't misplace it. Don't put the will not in front of the willing. Watch that. Because willing not, I will not becomes a habit. And you will find other things that you will not do. You got to be careful with that. That's easy to do. That's a practice that we accepted. Another thing we accepted. I can't.
Oh, yes, indeed, brother Lee. Yes, indeed.
See, we accepted that. And many of us still suffer from, I can't.
That's right.
What do you mean you can't? I can't. Well, if you say you can, how can I convince you that you can? Because it's not me that has to convince you. You have to convince yourself. And I'm watching the words now as certain things start to show themselves. I'm seeing the little tricks that were played on the mind.
There you go. Come on.
You know, I mean, it's a mind thing. The mental thing that we went through. See, slavery is mental. That's the state that he had to come to get us out of. He is a thought powerful enough to return us to the state of our ancient forefathers by bringing us out of the mental state of slavery. You know how hard that is to bring a people up out of a mental state that has been accepted?
That's right.
You know what kind of thought? It has to be a divine thought that calls you to think another way.
Yeah, gotta be.
Or even have you to even, look, to have the thought of thinking another way. It says, establish unto thyself principles of action and see that thou ever act according to them. So shall thy what? Passions have no rule. With principles, passions have no rule. So shall thy passions have no rule over thee. So shall thy constancy ensure unto thee the good thou what? Possess. Meaning that we all got what? Good. Good. Because good is what? Thou power. Thou power. That's right.
And the one of good, excuse me, I'm sorry.
That's right. Say it. You want to go ahead and say it.
The one of good and evil.
That's right. That's right.
Praise the Lord.
So shall, So shall thy passion have no rule over thee, so shall thy constancy ensure unto thee the good thou possessest, and drive from thy door what? So I'm saying misfortune can be driven from your what? Door. Meaning you don't even have to let it in.
Come on.
It won't even knock. If it's driven from your door, that means it won't even knock. It ain't there. It's driven from your door. I'm saying misfortune. You do not, misfortune does not have to befall you. You don't have to suffer from misfortune. For real. You can avoid misfortune. But you have to apply yourself. You must do something to avoid misfortune. It's not going to just miss you because it missed you. It misses you because you are putting something in place. And what you put in place causes it to avoid your door.
Come on, come on.
It says, thank you. All right. Anxiety. I'm saying it from memory. What verse? Anxiety. Thank you. Anxiety and disappointment shall be what?
Strangers.
Anxiety, worry, and disappointments shall be strangers. Now, who has told us anything like this?
Come on.
I'm saying it's real. Who has told us anything like this? Who has told you about anxiety and disappointment? Having experienced it before, I don't like anxiety and I don't like being disappointed.
That's right.
So I try not to put myself in a position to be worried or to be disappointed. How do you do that? It's right here in the book.
Come on.
Come on.
Islam, you notice that the Quran reminds us that we got doors.
Yes, yes,
And windows.
yes. It's a good observation. That's right. And do you know they all open? Portals. That's right. Portals. That's what they are. That's good. Well, you want the money today? Oh! Praise Allah. Yeah, he's receptive.
Praise the Lord.
He did. Praise Allah. Yeah, praise Allah. It goes on to say, thank you. You gotta hit me with the verses, Mom. Okay, suspect not evil in anyone until thou seest it. When thou seest, forget it not. So we're not going to suspect what? Evil. We're not going to suspect it.
No.
We're not going to suspect you doing anything evil.
Prejudge.
Yes, Brother Salty.
I was thinking about something off here. Mobile always talking about Negro, black, and color.
Yes.
Sometimes suspicion more can be rooted in the nicknames that we
That's right.
accept.
That's right.
Some of us may have been in a condition where we brothers and sisters where a brother was called crud ball.
Right.
And if your watch was missing,
Right.
your tennis shoes missing, you naturally, based on the name that he accepted,
Sure.
she accepted,
Sure.
that he or she stole. Don't necessarily mean it may be, it could have been me.
Right.
I could be right next to you, say, oh, brother, so he's not a thief, but I may be, remember you said somebody hidden thoughts.
That's right.
So I may have that hidden thought, I could be a thief.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So that's a form of slander. Sometimes you slander people. I remember this when I was coming up. You go into certain Asiatic stores,
Yes.
and they would have a mirror up there, and they would literally watch you.
Sure.
They wouldn't even pay attention to the people that I was sure to the people I would say, they would give them the change back at the counter, but they would look in the mirror watching you because they thought they were naturally thieves. And sometimes maybe a married one because sometimes we may have gone into the store and stole.
Sure.
But everybody's not a thief.
That's right.
Thief.
That's right. That's right. But you know one of the most devastating names that they started calling us and we started accepting recently? And they call it, man, it's terrible. A dog. But now it's fashionable to have the sisters be called. And there used to be a time when if you said that to the sister, she'd knock your head off. You better not say nothing like that, call that sister. What you call me? But now, they do it like it's all right. So I'm saying, look how the morality is sinking. Look at the lack of morals when you accept being called a female dog.
Come on, Dad.
When you accept it and wear it like a badge of honor. Hey, I'm a bad. Man, are you out your mind? But I mean, listen at what's going on. It's being shown to you every day. The condition, the mental state that our people are present in. We can't perpetuate that by keep on pushing those type of philosophies. Those philosophies cause disruption in the nation of people.
Yes.
Disrespect.
Man don't call you a dog. Wait a minute, man. Hold it. Wait a minute. What? A what? Man, look. You gotta stop from getting well, you gotta pay that, sir.
Yeah.
You know. First of all, let's discuss what a dog is.
That's right.
Is this what you really saying I am? Because after all, you did say you're my friend. So if you're saying I'm your dog, are you saying this is what I am? Because that's not a friend. You know, we gotta watch what we say and we got to watch what we accept.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Brother Sheik, you know I love you, right? I'm in love with you and I love you, right? I'm not there. Yeah, I want to say this, y'all. I've been with Jones for 35 years or 40 years. I love him so much, my wife said, why don't you stop talking about JONES-BEY? She said, well, she mean no harm, but I love you. And I want to say this to y'all. I hope y'all take this in the right light. I've been a suspect.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, I was a suspect.
Yeah.
When I came home with Sister Dawson Bay,
Yeah.
I had the wrong clothes on. I had the wrong colors on.
Yeah.
We was walking down the street one day by Baloo,
Yeah.
and somebody, me and Connie, were like a gun,
Yeah.
looking like the Sheiks on the radio. Like, you know, Brother Love, you said stop wearing it. He told me that way back in the 80s, but I came home feeling I was good. They jumped on me and changed me and changed my shoes off me and changed the car on me. You know what I'm saying? And Sister Connie wasn't with me that day. So Dawson Bay, we all pray you. Anyway, however, I was there, I was a suspect.
Yeah.
So Sister Craig Gill came and said, did you do it? I said, what did you ask me?
Yeah.
I said, I just lived my life. So when the prophet says suspect like evil no one, you become a suspect and don't know you're a suspect, but you're like a suspect. You gotta watch what you wear. You gotta watch what you do. But the Lord said, that's not our custom, the prophet didn't bring that. So what do you look like a Chinaman and you ain't a Chinaman?
Yeah. But you know, but you do have to be careful.
That's right.
Especially now.
That's
You know what? See, some of my brothers and sisters like to adopt wearing the customs of the East. Don't you know this is the wrong time to be dressed like anybody from the East?
That's right.
Don't you know that they suspecting anybody that gives the appearance of having a Muslim connection? And please don't please don't wear those guards and you're very vocal. You create a situation for yourself. Look, they got cameras everywhere. They watch everything you do. You carry phones. They know everything. Wherever you be, they know where you are. That's how it is in these days and times. When you defraud friends and foes alike, who can you call a friend? You gotta watch yourself. You gotta watch what you say. You gotta watch how you move. You gotta watch who you affiliate yourself with. Don't you know they got a part in the Patriot Act that if you be shown up being a certain place so many times that they can lock you up? Now to show you how the Morris Zion Temple of America operates, we can function without molestation.
Come on.
That's how the prophet set us up. As long as we follow the instructions. They can't touch us. And we are an Islamic organization in the United States of America. And we're here promoting true Islam. I'm not saying radical Islam, nothing, I ain't talking about. I'm saying we're promoting the religion of peace.
That's right.
And that's what we do. And let it be no mistake about it.
That's right.
So watch yourself. And watch who you associate with.
Praise the Lord.
Yes, sir.
Part of the government. Let's say we're part of the government.
Yes.
Because by being a corporation, we're part of the government.
That's right.
The state of Illinois is in every state that we function.
That's right.
And the prophet's laws are enforceable in court.
That's right.
But you can come in here and disobey the law, judge can put you in jail for violating the principle.
That's right. You know it. That's right. That's right. Okay, look, come on, Mama.
One of the things I was thinking, Brother Lee, when we talk about suspect not evil anyone, what
Yeah.
we got to also be careful with is taking on someone else's thoughts about somebody and suspecting evil in them.
That's right.
See, that's an individual domain.
That's
we
right.
each have to look at individuals based on the relationship that we have with them
Yes.
as a person. Because, see, some people may have had experiences with somebody that may consider to be evil, and we have a conversation with them. We haven't adopted, we haven't accepted, we haven't been a part of that, and we take on their way of looking at that person, and then we prejudge that person based on the conversation we have with that individual.
That's right.
See, we got to individually do that suspect not evil piece.
That's right.
Because if we don't, we'll be taking on, well, Joe Blow is some type of individual, and we don't know nothing about the man.
That's right. That's right.
So I just wanted to put that out.
That's good. So, Sister Love you.
I just wanted to say it's not safe for sisters to be wearing their turbans out in the church.
If it really, and that's the truth. You're going to have y'all sisters, and believe me, you are definitely descendants of queens. You're queens yourself.
That's right.
But look, you got to be careful where you wear them turbans.
And feathers.
And the fez. See, at one time, and you know, during the prophet's time, he told them all to stop wearing the fez. They turned to the temple.
That's right.
That's right.
See, so maybe we better go and do what he said. Because truth does not change the past. Okay. Come on, brother.
You know, you make a very good point about the words. You have to pay very specific attention to the words the prophet used.
Yes.
I used to wonder why the prophet said, "Well, to the true and divine
creed." That's right.
Creed of Islam.
That's right.
Rather opposed to saying, "Well, I brought you Islam."
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
And now I know.
That's right. Now you know. That's right.
You see it.
That's right. That's right.
And back to your point, one more point.
Yes,
You
sir.
said about using these names.
Yes, sir.
I noticed a lot of sisters and brothers were using the name, that's my boo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you see, we adapt words without looking for the
Meaning.
root of it.
That's right. Tell them. That's right.
Etymology. Thank you. And the root of boo is buffoon.
Buffoon. That's right.
A
buffoon. That's right, man. Praise the Lord. Come on, Lord, lady, we got to go. Yeah.
I know a lot of brothers that I got in contact with. Some brothers I may not have.
Islam. Go ahead, Mark.
And some brothers that I may not have knew or know.
Yeah.
But a few of the brothers was Moors, right?
Yeah.
But they had a kufi on their head.
Yeah.
And the brother said, Islam Moor. I said, well, I didn't know that you was Moor because you had a kufi on. So you got to be able to distinguish yourself.
Yeah.
I said, not saying that I'm disrespecting you.
Yeah.
But I know during the past, I think all of you saying we wear our passes.
Yeah.
We not wear kufi.
Yeah.
So is that still in effect as well? Because I know a lot of brothers say they're Moors, and sometimes I don't know because I don't know who they are.
Right. Well, I don't see no kufi on that proper work, right? And so I would imagine wearing the turban and fez is still in effect. That's what I see. Anything else, you choose to wear, that's you. But the required headdress in the Moorish Zion Temple of America are turbans for the sisters, with a pin and a fez for the brothers.
So you said he'd be out of order?
Who?
I mean, the brother wearing that kufi. Because he's not going to meet, not there according to the teaching.
Well, no, if he ain't going to the meeting, ain't going to come to the teachers, then, what can I say? He turned it in.
Islam.
But anyway, look, we finished, and then we're going in the week. Allah willing, Sunday. I'm just reading through it. The rest of it, you got to go and dig it out for yourself. If you get some questions and you see me during the course of the week, you can ask. Or you can call.
Fix your turban, your tassel.
Oh, thank you, man.
The video.
That's right, brother. That's right.
Video.
That's right, bro. We're video. That's right. That's right. You're right, brother. Praise the Lord for you. Wait a minute, I'm going to go ahead and finish this now because we ain't got a couple of minutes. Number 12. Whoso hath been an enemy cannot be a friend. Listen, know the difference between an enemy and a foe. Know the difference between an enemy and a foe. It says, for man mendeth not his what? His faults. Man does not mend his faults. It's important to find out what a fault is. We go on to say, how should his actions be right, who hath no rule of his life? Nothing can be just which proceedeth not from what?
Reason.
Okay, the inconstant hath no peace where? Neither can be at ease whom he was. His life is unequal. His motions are irregular. His soul changeth with the weather. Who are we talking about? The inconstant. Thank you. Today he loveth thee. Tomorrow thou art detested by him. And why? Himself knoweth not wherefore he now hateth. What does that say? What does that say? He don't even know why he hates you now. He don't even know why.
You don't have a reason.
He has no reason. That's right. It says, today he is a tyrant. Tomorrow thy servant is less humble. And why? He who is arrogant without power will be servile while there is no what? Of course he's going to be humble when there ain't nobody even boss around. Of course he is. Because the condition is not appropriate for him to reveal his true self. But when that condition is appropriate for him to reveal himself, now you'll see the change. Today he is profuse. Tomorrow he grudges unto his mouth that which it should eat. Thus it is with him who knoweth not what? Moderation. Who shall say of the chameleon, he is black, when the moment after the verdure of the grass overspreadeth him? Who shall say of the inconstant, he is joyful, when his next breath shall be spent in what? Zion. What is the life of such a man? But the phantom of what? A dream. In the morning he rises happy. At noon he is on the rack. This hour he is a god, the next below a worm. One moment he laugheth, the next he weepeth. He now willeth, in an instant he willeth not. And in another he knoweth not whether he willeth or not. Now tell me, how in the world can you get some peace around a joker like that? Man, because you gotta look what you doing. And this is all the time. Yeah, all the time. Yet, neither ease nor pain have fixed themselves on him. Neither is he waxed greater or become less. Neither hath he had cause for laughter or reason for his sorrow. Therefore shall none of them abide with him. The happiness of the inconstant is as a palace built on the surface of the sand. The blowing of the wind carrieth away its foundation. What wonder then that it falleth? But what exalted form is this, that hitherward directs its uninterrupted course, whose foot is on earth, whose head is above the clouds? On his brow sitteth majesty, steadiness is in his port, and in his heart reigneth tranquility. Though obstacles appear in his way, he delayeth not to look down upon them. Though heaven and earth oppose his passage, he proceedeth. The mountains sink beneath his tread, the waters of the ocean are dried up under the sole of his foot. The tiger throws herself across his way in vain. The spots of the leopard glorify against him unregarded. He marches through the embattled legions with his With his hands he putteth aside the terrors of death. Storms roar against his shoulders, but are not able to shake him. The thunder bursteth over his head in vain. The lightning serveth but to show the glories of his countenance. Now tell me about that man. He's what? Constant. He's unchangeable. He won't switch up on you.
Come on.
When you got a man that won't switch up on you, what can you do?
Rely on
You can rely on him. All right. His name is resolution. He cometh from the utmost part of the earth. He seeth happiness afar off before him. His eye discovereth her temple beyond the limits of the pole. Now that means he's not confined to happiness, because his eye discovers her beyond the limits of the pole. That means you always see a brighter day. Brighter day. Things are never as bad as they appear to be. He walketh up to it, he enters boldly, and he remaineth there forever. Establish thy heart, O man, in that which is right, and then know the greatest of you is to be immutable. What does immutable mean?
Unchanged.
All right, peace.